What is the prisoner's dilemma? The prisoner's dilemma is a paradox involving cooperation. It shows why two rational individuals might not cooperate, even if it seems in their best interests. It is an illustrative game that was developed to help demonstrate the cost-benefit analysis process that takes place when determining the desirability of a situational outcome. Basically, this is saying that it shows a game where two rational individuals making decisions in their own self-interest cannot result in the best case scenario. Game is not referring to a sport or a board game in this case. It is used to describe the interaction between two or more players, people, corporations, societies, etc., where that interaction is based on strategy and decision making, otherwise known as game theory. An example of the prisoner's dilemma is as follows. Suspect A and Suspect B are taken to interrogation rooms to be interviewed separately about a crime that they've committed together. Each knows that if both refuse to cooperate, they are unlikely to go free. Each suspect also knows that if he cooperates and the other suspect does not, he will get guaranteed immunity and go free. On the other hand, if one suspect does not talk but his accomplice does, the suspect is certain to be found guilty while his accomplice goes free. If both men talk, both will go to jail, but for less time than if just one man talked. In the prisoner's dilemma, suspects A and B inevitably end up talking to avoid the worst possibility, that he will take the long-term prison sentence while his accomplice goes free. However, the net outcome is the second worst outcome. Because both suspects talk, both go to jail.
Collusion is a secret agreement of cooperation between two or more parties for a purpose that is intended to cheat or deceive others. Consider two firms, say Coca-Cola and Pepsi, selling similar products. Each must decide on a pricing strategy. They best exploit their joint market power when both charge a high price. Say each makes a profit of $10 million per month. If one sets a competitively low price, it wins through luring customers away from the rival. Suppose its profit rises to $12 million and that of the rival falls to $7 million. If both set low prices and the profit of each is $9 million, here the low price strategy is similar to the prisoner's confession, and the high price similar to keeping silent, called the former cheating and the latter cooperation. Then cheating is each firm's dominant strategy, but the result when both cheat is worse for each than that of both cooperating. Collusion in this sense can be hard to prove as it can be done in an informal fashion, such as merely refraining from undercutting each other's prices or from selling in each other's market area. This is where competitive practices can be enforced. The problem with political advertising is that in the short term, negative advertising works. If one campaign makes things up and paints the other candidate in a negative light, they are likely to succeed if the other doesn't respond. Just as in the prisoner's dilemma, however, the third worst outcome is the one that prevails, where everyone goes negative, reducing the voters' respect for both candidates.
In conclusion, the prisoner's dilemma relates to both collusion and negative campaign ads in regards to trying to cheat to succeed, when in reality the cheating only hurts the individual in the long term because both parties will end up doing the same thing and lose support.